Welcome to the IHDM, where business and humanity join hands.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Neil right here again with another exciting episode of the IHDM and the daily quote. So anyway, I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Turn that notification bell on to all. And please put your thoughts into the comment section. So we appreciate that, guys. We can't say how much, especially pressing that like button. It'll send the algorithm out to algorithm land to let people know who we are and what we are doing. So this is the largest business / humanitarian movement ever created. Just want to keep reiterating that, guys. And our main focus is really, helping my two passions, which is nonprofits and businesses, to really succeed. Because if we can make those entities succeed in this world, at a better clip, the world's going to become a better place, right? And so that's what this whole movement is about. And so anyway, so I'm glad you are here. And of course, this is another exciting edition of the Daily Quote, where I do a short message here to hopefully inspire you or motivate you in some kind of way, just to make your day better. This is what this thing is about. So anyway, thank you a lot for allowing me to grace your time and your space. So anyway, thank you so much for visiting us, and please continue to do it. Please continue to do it. And just to let you know, I do have some IHDM shorts, so you'll get some of those too, and so you can get the daily quote in a lot shorter version. If you'd like to do that, we appreciate you guys doing that as well. So with that said, let's get into it. So anyway, today's, daily quote is, the title is, "It's all about that chess, boss." Now, what does that mean? First of all, let me tell you about, it's all about that. Who kind of came, up with that saying, I don't know if you guys, some of you guys, I'm sure, you guys know who Marshawn Lynch is. He went to UC Berkeley, and then went and played for, Seattle Seahawks for a long time, and they were in the Super Bowl. And Lynch, he was always kind of a guy that wouldn't really play by the rules in the league, and so kind of controversial, and he wouldn't do interviews and all that kind of stuff, Anyway, so during the Super Bowl, when Seattle was playing, I believe they were playing the Patriots that time, and so they asked Marshawn Lynch to do a, during the Super Bowl week, when all the reporters and stuff, the journal and the media and stuff were wanted to interview him. He didn't want to do it, and so, but anyway, so they gave him I don't know, $40,000 fine or something like that, $80,000 fine or something like that they were going to impose on him if he didn't come and and get in front of the media and stuff. And so anyway, so he finally decided to do it, and he came up with this saying, he's a man of few words. And so basically he was just saying, they asked him a question or something, and he just said, "It's all about that action, boss." So, right. And so it's all about that action. So in other words, actions speak louder than words, right? And so that's kind of what he was saying, so to speak. It's like, I'm a man of few words. I ain't gonna say a whole lot. It's all about that action, boss. Put that football in my hand. Let me run with it, right? Especially when you're on the 1 yard line and Russell Wilson threw that ball. So anyway, I won't get into that, especially if you have some Seattle fans here. So anyway, the title is, "It's all about that chess, boss." And what we're talking about are not checkers. And so it's all about that chess, boss, not checkers. And so there's a difference between checkers and chess, right? Of course, with chess, it's a more thought-provoking game, to where you have to really have strategy and stuff. Checkers only a little bit, right? But chess is a much more deeper game, as far as psychology and stuff like that. So anyway, but life's kind of like that too, isn't it? If we just, just focus on just moving right. Just say we have a checkerboard of life. If you just have a move, just thinking a couple of moves ahead, that's not good enough sometimes, huh? Because we have to, plan our futures, right? And so, which means we have to plan in different areas of our lives, don't we? And so life is definitely a game of chess. You've heard the term before, the game of life. You heard that before, right? And so it is a game, isn't it? And so it's definitely a game that we have to really, really strategize, but also don't overthink it too much. You just want to, you stay present, but also plan for the future and, learn from our mistakes. I'm not big on my past, and so, but only if I can learn. I think our past is good only if we can learn from the past, but we don't want to be dwelling in the past and things like that, right? Or having anxiety. Anxiety, I think, is the definition of that is just thinking of a bad situation that's going to be coming up in our future, right? That kind of anxious, that kind of anxiety. I think depression comes from, I think, thinking back in our past, and having our past kind of dictate, the present. So it's really, really good if we can stay in the present as much as possible. That's why I do meditation on a daily basis, to kind of to remind myself to stay present as much as possible. But it's a lot easier said than done, huh? Because we have these wonderful things up here called our brains, and we problem solve, right? We do all these things, sometimes right in the middle of the night, right? Sure, you've done it before, right? We start problem solving, and you ever say, it's like, why am I thinking this right now? I need to sleep, right? Of course, that's what our wonderful brain can do, right? It can help us problem solve, but it can also, act against us. It can act for us, and it can act against us as well. So anyway, let's read this poem for today. And again, like, share, subscribe to our channel, guys. Press that like button, and really, really help us out. And turn on your notification bell onto all and comment in the comment section. And here we go. So this is the rhyme for today. Life is all about playing chess because at certain times we must assess. What is really going on is that we have no song. So we are here to learn this game, to love and honor just the same. So, this is what I'm saying, I guess, that life is all about playing chess. Okay, so anyway, hopefully that made sense to you. I guess I didn't read it just like, boom, 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 but hope that made sense to you. So anyway, guys, so that is the daily quote for today. I hope you got something out of this, guys. And again, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Turn the notification bell on to all. And, and comment in the comment section. That would be absolutely awesome. And again, please watch my short videos, where I'll just be mainly just talking about the poem, the daily poem here. Okay, so anyway, look out for the daily quote, the short version of the daily quote. Okay, so anyway, with that said, guys, I'd like to thank you guys again for coming to our channel, guys. And like always, I'm fired up. Yes, I hope you are too.